Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, as promised, I have a 7-day update. If you guys did not know, I tried celery juice for 7 days. I had been hearing all of the amazing benefits that celery juice had to offer. So I thought that I would do the 7-day celery juice challenge. I was able to complete every day and I documented every single day over on my Instagram stories. So if you follow me on Instagram, you were able to see me drink celery juice every single day. I went ahead and jotted down some notes so I could remember how I felt on day 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up till 7 days. So I'm gonna go ahead and make me a glass of celery juice, and then I thought we could get started of how I felt the 7 days I drank celery juice. Okay guys, so it is 7:36 in the morning and I'm ready to have my celery juice. I drink celery juice on an empty stomach. It's the very first thing I have in the morning before I have a sip of water or food or anything. I do it on an empty stomach. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this made and then we will talk about how I felt when I drank celery juice for 7 days. Okay guys, I'm gonna be making the celery juice using this juicer. My mom gifted this to me and I've never used it before. I've been making my celery juice out of my blender. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a try and we'll make it and we'll see how it turns out. Okay guys, so I just made my celery juice using the juicer. I will say that I messed up when I did it at first because I put like a larger cup underneath the sprout and the sprout was kind of pointing up, and so the juice when it flowed down, so I was like, why is the juice not coming down? So then I put a smaller cup in it and the sprout pointed down and the juice just flowed right out. So I wanted to compare the juice from the juicer to my blender. I've already taken a few sips of this. And I will say that the blender, when you put it through the milk bag, there's no pulp in it. I mean, it is just pure juice. When you put the celery in my particular juicer, I still have some pulp in it. It's not a lot of pulp like it would be in the blender without putting it through the milk bag, but it definitely is some pulp in here. So if you want it to be super smooth, I probably would take this juice and put it through the milk bag to kind of get any of that pulp out. But if you're okay drinking pulp, I think it will be fine. One thing that I do like about the juicer is when I make the celery juice in the blender, the celery juice gets like really hot because the blades are spinning so fast that it makes like your celery juice hot. Versus when you do it in the juicer, this celery juice is pretty cold, even though I didn't have to chill it. So now that I have my celery juice, I'm gonna sip on this and I am going to read to you guys from my notebook. Each day I took notes of how I felt and we're gonna talk about each day. So let's get started. The first thing is celery juice, I definitely had to build up a tolerance for. The first time I tried it, you guys saw me on camera, it was awful, you guys. Like, I could not drink it. I felt like I had to throw up, and I think part of the reason of that was that when I tried it for the first time, the celery juice was literally like warm, you guys, because it came out my blender, and the Vitamix, those blades go so fast that when I was drinking it, it was like super warm, like, it was just really bad. But now with this being cold, it is a game changer. Not even cold, just like, this is probably just like a little bit colder than room temperature. It's perfect. So I will say that if you want to give celery juice a try, do not try it straight out the blender. Let it chill for a bit in the fridge or do it in a juicer, and it tastes 1,000 times better. So the taste is not as bad as I made it seem in my first video. Okay, so day 1. So this is just some notes that I jotted down. Most of you guys know day 1. I mentioned how I felt in the video, but I just put that I felt the celery was very nasty. It was warm. I didn't like the taste of it. My stomach cramped up for about 2 hours, you guys. It was awful. Like, after I did that video, I felt so sick. Like, my stomach hurt. It was cramping up. And I was like, I don't know if I can do this. So I really wasn't a fan of the celery juice. I was gonna do the 7 days, but I wasn't liking the way it made me feel. But I decided that I would do it again on day 2. So the first day, didn't really notice much of anything. My stomach hurt, it was cramping. Day 2, I said that I had it cold and it tasted good. Like, I didn't mind the taste of it at all. I put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes and then I had it and it tasted great. I said I had no desire for coffee. After I had my celery juice on day 2, I still made my coffee, but I really didn't like need it. Usually I drink coffee for like energy, and I didn't feel that I really needed it. I said it cleaned out my system. I definitely noticed that it really flushed out like all of those toxins in my body. I noticed this on day 2, you guys. My stomach felt good. I didn't get any cramping. I felt pretty good on day 2. Okay, so day 3, I said celery juice started to taste like cold milk. I noticed that it's weird. Like as I'm sipping it now, it kind of tastes like milk. It really doesn't taste bad. I know that is so surprising you guys hear me say that, because it was seriously awful the first day, but I promise you, if you don't drink it warm, it really isn't that bad. To me, it tastes like a glass of milk. A little bit of an aftertaste of celery, but for the most part, it really just tastes like milk. I said I had more energy, yes. So day 3, I usually wake up in the morning like craving coffee, like needing that caffeine. I didn't feel like I needed the caffeine. I went ahead and made a cup of coffee. I sipped on a few sips of it, but didn't really feel like I needed it. I noticed I had a lot of energy on day 3. So day 4, I put celery juice started to taste good. I started to get excited to want to have celery juice. I made no coffee on day 4. I had my celery juice first thing in the morning, and I had no desire for coffee. So day 4, the celery juice gave me all of the energy that I needed. It felt like I had a cup of coffee. I felt great. Okay, so day 5, I started drinking more celery juice. So I think I told you guys the very first day I was drinking celery juice, I probably was only making about 6 ounces. But it said to get the most benefits, you should be drinking about 16 ounces a day. So day 5 is when I started to increase the amount of ounces I was drinking, because the taste no longer bothered me anymore. So I was able to consume more. So on day 5, I started drinking 16 ounces. So I pretty much doubled my serving of the celery juice. I had no bloating. I'm a person who bloats all the time, and I had absolutely no bloating. I put that I had more energy during my workout. I worked out in the morning time right after I drank my celery juice, and I felt like I had so much more energy to do my workout. And I also jotted down that I felt slimmer, like my belly just felt flatter, because my system just felt cleaned out. You know how sometimes you'll eat something like the night before and you wake up and you just kind of feel just like still full and bloated? The celery juice just kind of cleans out your system, gets all that like junk out of there, and I felt really good. Okay, so day 6, I put it reduced cravings in the morning. So usually in the morning time, I crave carbs. I try not to have them, but I really do crave carbs. So I usually will have like some oatmeal in the morning. On day 6, I put it really did reduce my cravings. Like I woke up, I had my celery juice, and I really didn't have much of a desire to have carbs, like a bowl of oatmeal. I kind of had to force myself to eat something that morning because I really wasn't hungry. So on day 6, I just jotted down that I had a banana. I just didn't have a desire to have like the usual breakfast I usually have. I said didn't feel the need for breakfast, but ate anyway. So I just had a banana that day, felt pretty good. So the last and final day, day 7, I said my stomach felt flat. I did not weigh myself the entire process, so I do not know if I lost weight, but my stomach felt flat. It felt like I didn't have any like junk in there. I didn't feel heavy. I said my skin felt hydrated. So something about that, I have extremely dry skin on my face, especially in the winter time. I have to put moisturizer on my face multiple times a day to keep it hydrated. I noticed that my skin felt more hydrated than it usually did. It was like the strangest thing. It just felt so much like more smoother. It looked like it was glowing. I definitely saw a huge improvement in my skin for sure. I put on day 7, I was super excited to drink celery juice. I woke up excited and wanted to drink it. Okay, so I also jotted down, so Friday was day 6 of my celery juice challenge, and it was Ryan's birthday, and we had this like huge birthday party at our house. And let's just say there was a lot of tequila involved in the party. And so Saturday morning, which was day 7, I woke up and I felt like so hungover, you guys. My head hurt. I just felt awful. And so I still did my celery juice. I had my celery juice that morning, and seriously, you guys, I jotted down that it cured my hangover. Like, I'm not even making this up. I literally made the celery juice. I had no water that morning, no food, no nothing. Literally woke up, felt the hangover, had my 12 ounces of celery juice, like 12 or 16 ounces of celery juice, and Ryan had it too. We felt so good. We were like, what is happening? Like, literally 30 minutes of a difference. Like, I no longer felt like dizzy, my head didn't hurt. I felt good. So I really feel like the celery juice healed my hangover. It was the craziest thing, I know. I said I felt hydrated. Like usually, especially after a night of drinking, I wake up and just need water. I just need water, 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 water. And as soon as I drink my celery juice, because I have it before I even have a sip of water, you guys, I just felt hydrated. Like I didn't feel like I needed water, even though obviously everyone needs water and I still had my water, but I didn't feel like I needed it. Like my body felt hydrated and it felt great after drinking the celery juice. So that was all of the 7 days. I jotted down all of those notes. You guys, I'm seriously a celery juice believer. I literally cannot believe I'm saying this because the first day you all saw the true and honest opinion of me drinking celery juice. None of that was just me being dramatic. That was honestly how I felt. And for me to just be able to sit here and casually drink celery juice with you guys is really mind-blowing to me. It really has changed my life. I know that sounds so crazy, but I suffer from a lot of like bloating and like stomach issues, and I just feel so good. Like the celery juice has just cleared out my body. I feel like it's cleared out my mind. It's gave me more energy. It's made me not so dependent on coffee. And I just love the way it makes me feel. I really, honestly do not mind the taste of celery juice anymore. I will never have it warm again, but I really don't mind it. And that is honest from my heart, that it really, if you have it somewhat cold, it is not bad. I am loving the way it makes me feel. So here are some questions you guys asked me over on Instagram, and I promised that I would answer it in this video. So let me turn to that page. I just jotted down the questions. Here's the questions I wrote down that you guys asked me. The first one says, what did I think about the challenge? I thought the challenge was amazing because never in a million years would I drink celery juice. And after I read the benefits of it, if I wanted to have committed myself to a 7-day challenge, I would have given up after day 1 because I really didn't like the taste. But the way my personality is, if I say I'm gonna do something, I have to do it. So I'd already got on YouTube and told you guys that I was gonna do a 7-day challenge, so I had to stick to it and do it. So I really feel the challenge pushed me to do it and to think outside the box. So I strongly recommend, if you're a person who is hard to do something, challenge yourself to do it for a certain amount of days, and I bet you can do it. The second question I got over on Instagram, it says, is it worth trying? Again, yes, you guys. Yes, yes, and yes. I love celery juice now. I know, I really do. That comes from my heart. I love celery juice. It is really making me feel so good. I'm honestly thinking about trying to drink it 2 times a day instead of once a day to really see what it can do for my body, because I'm only really drinking 12 to 15 ounces once a day. I couldn't even imagine what 2 times a day would do. This is actually day 10 of me drinking celery juice, because today I'm filming this video on Monday. So this is technically day 10. And I feel great. I have drank it every day for 10 days and I felt really good. The next question I got is, will I continue to drink celery juice after 7 days? Yes, today is day 10 and I have drank it every single morning. I honestly don't think I can give this up because I've been drinking it so much, and just the way it makes me feel, I feel like I would just be like hurting my body's feelings. So yes, I really do want to continue to do this past the 7 days. I really want to incorporate this into my morning routine and make it a habit for me to have every single morning. The next question I got is, how much did it cost for me to do the 7-day celery juice challenge? So I got my fiance on board to do it with me. So this is the cost for 2 people. So I spent $24 a week for 2 people, because you guys, you do have to buy organic celery. It says that if you're not gonna buy organic, you're wasting your time even like doing it, because the benefits of the celery juice hit your bloodstream so fast that you wanna make sure it is organic. You really wanna make sure you have the best quality vegetables when you're doing it. So yes, it can be pricey, but if you just think in the long run of how much money you're gonna save on medications when you get sick, I think it's worth it. Now, here's a hack that I found. I went to Costco when I was on about day 4 and I found organic celery, a big pack of it for like $4.50, and I averaged that to be about $15 a week if you get it from Costco. So about $24 a week for 2 people if you're getting it from just like the normal grocery store, and about $15 a week for 2 people if you are getting it from Costco. So $15 a week really isn't that bad, you guys, when you're talking about the benefits that celery juice is doing for me. It's literally changing my life. I strongly think it is worth the money if you are deciding if you're going to do it or not. And the last and final question is kind of what I've already answered. Will I make it a morning routine? Yes, yes, and yes. I am on day 10 and I feel absolutely incredible. It's crazy how like 10 days can really just change your body. I feel like my body is functioning so much better. I have so much energy. My gut feels amazing. My stomach feels flatter. My skin is clearer and more hydrated. And that's just after really 7 or 10 days of me drinking the celery juice. So I'm so excited to see the benefits after drinking it for an entire year, you guys. That's how passionate I am about celery juice. So yes, 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 I will make it into a morning routine. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video of me sharing my 7-day update on my celery juice challenge. I am so excited that I can now add the celery juice to my morning routine. I loved the benefits that it had to offer, and I strongly recommend you give it a try too. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried celery juice or if you're going to do the 7-day celery juice challenge. I challenge every one of you to try it and let me know how you feel after the 7 days. I also wanted to say congratulations to my 1,000 subscriber giveaway winner, Tina Barton. I've already contacted her via Instagram and I got all of her items sent to her from Amazon. I'm gonna be doing another giveaway here on my channel when I reach 5,000 subscribers. That is another milestone of mine that I would like to complete. So please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and I will be seeing you all very soon with a new video. Bye.